Hey folks, how we doing? Jerry here this afternoon. Got a little cut here on my face. It's awful easy for me to cut myself, guys, while shaving, and my beard is so thick anyway. It's awful easy to do that. So, but anyway, how's all of you doing? I'm here this afternoon to tell you that I've got a new YouTube channel that I'm starting up. I can't get the other channels to load up anything, guys. I just can't. It'll show on my end. I redid it. I've done the handles that you're supposed to do. I've done everything. I've had people that know a lot more than I know have looked into it, and they can't figure out anything about it. And so what I done was I went on ahead and I'm going to use one of my leased channels. That's Jerry McFadden, and that's McFaddin, not EN. If you punch in EN, it won't recognize me at YouTube if you're trying to find one of those channels. I've got 3 of them on my phone, and they won't upload. And I've also got the really old channel, God, Guns, and Trucks. And God, Guns, and Trucks, it won't upload anything either. So I don't know. You know, who knows what's going on with it, guys? I mean, it could be the fact they don't want me to speak, or it could be other things. I'm not going to question it. So the best thing for me to do is move on to something else. And so the other day, I actually was able to get one of my leased channels of Jerry McFadden. It posted a video I did the other day. And now I've got this new channel, Eve to Armageddon. And this is what the Lord has brought me to and told me to start teaching off of it. And so I'm going to start some regular Bible lessons. And I think you're going to really find, guys, what I'm going to stick on this channel is really going to be quite amazing. I have found out some things in the Bible, and the Lord has shown me some things in the Bible that are really some secrets. Some things that I've never heard from anybody else that I would like to show you guys. And the thing is, I can prove a lot of it. Through genealogy and through the ancient Greek and Mesopotamian languages, I'm going to sift through this book, and we're going to go from beginning to end of it to try to figure out the how and the why of the events that has taken place that has led us finally to these last few pages in the Bible. And this headset, guys, I don't know how good my audio is with this new phone or whatever. It's a very cheap phone, by the way. So I'm going to use the headset every time so you guys can hear me good. There's nothing worse than trying to have a video and people can't hear you. So this whole Eve to Armageddon, what brought this on, folks? This was inspired by the Holy Spirit to me. And what I'm going to do is we're going to start with Eve and the whole fact that the Lord told Adam and Eve, do not eat of the trees of knowledge of good and evil, or ye shall surely die. Now, what he meant by that, he meant when he said you would die, he meant your children, your legacy, your race, your species of what you are, everything that humanity is going to be in the future. Every bit of that was all put in there. It just wasn't about Adam and Eve, folks. You got to get the bigger picture about that whole thing. That your species, your race, your legacy, everything that would be involved, what you, Adam and Eve, what you're going to do, it's all in great tribulation. It's all in great despair. And if you don't believe, folks, that these trees of knowledge, I'm just going to go on ahead and tell you what these trees are. And this has come to me. These trees that they can eat of, but not eating of the tree of knowledge, they're family trees. They were the different races of people and the different types of people that was going to spread across this earth genealogically. And the Lord said, you can do this with any tree that's there, but you can't do it with the trees of knowledge. Now, what were these trees of knowledge? Well, I'm going to tell you what they were. They were angelic beings, folks. Now, it says in Genesis, folks, and if you don't believe that humans intermingled with angels, it will tell you plainly in this Bible in Genesis that the sons of God, seeing that the daughters of men were fire, came down and took wives with them. Also in the short book of Jude, it'll also tell you the same things, that the angels didn't hold to their confines, but they went after strange flesh. In the short book of Jude, it's very easily found. And so, if you believe the Bible, that's exactly what it is. So when Adam and Eve did this, the Lord actually came to them and told them what would happen with their seed and the snake's seed. Well, it's obvious intercourse took place there, guys. Because why would there be a seed that's planted that the Lord would have to address? See, that's why those trees have to be trees of family genealogy. This entire book is a book of genealogy, and you can unravel the secrets in it in a lot of ancient languages. And I want to tell you something else that this book is also, guys. It's full of metaphorical prophecy. Let me give you an example that's very easy for you guys to understand. You remember when Jesus said, tear this temple down and I'll raise it back in 3 days. Well, they thought that he was talking about the big temple that they had there, the second temple. And he wasn't talking about that at all. What he was talking about was his body. See, it was a metaphorical term. And this book is absolutely, positively full of metaphorical prophecy. It's full of it. And to fully understand it, folks, or you're never going to fully understand it, but to understand some of it, you're going to have to go to the Lord and you're going to have to meditate and you're going to have to ask him for knowledge. I have had some people come to me and tell me, even men that says that they are deeply entrenched of being the Lord's prophet, servant, preacher, whatever. I never did like the term preacher. I kind of think it's sort of redneckish sounding, but anyway, I'm definitely no preacher. They'll tell me, I've read the Bible, there's nothing you can tell me about it, I know what the Bible says. Well, they don't understand at all what they're saying, folks, because you're never, ever going to fully ever understand this Bible. Unless you understand the ancient Greek and Mesopotamian languages, unless you understand that there is ancient geometria involved in the numbers in this thing, unless you understand that all this is wrote out in metaphorical prophecy, there are a lot of things, even astronomy, guys. When it comes down to this, astrologically, there is a lot of things that can be unlocked in this. Just like the scorpions, it's in Revelations. Well, Scorpio is in astrology, but you see, a lot of the Christians, they gave the Lord's maps away to Satan, so they don't even know these things, you know. And obviously, if you wasn't meant to know them, then why is it in the Bible? I mean, that is so ridiculous that we just give those maps away to Satan like we did. Just gave them to him, and he said, don't look at this. They're demonic. So, you know, so the church just said, well, okay, here they are then. Guys, I'm telling you, we have grew weak and docile in the face of the serpent. we have. And in these end times, it was prophesied that that would be as such. But basically, getting back to what I was saying, the Eve to Armageddon channel is going to take us from these trees of knowledge that he told Adam and Eve not to eat of. They did. And then we go through the entire book, every bit of it, all of the adventures and everything. Then in the end, the Lord makes good on his promises in Revelation, because what does it say? Unless I shorten my coming, no flesh would be left alive. So you see, he made good on the promises he told Adam and Eve, that if you eat of this tree, you will die. And Satan told them, you will not die, but you will become as gods. That never was for humanity, folks, because Satan is an infiltrator and a genocider, as we will get into in my teachings. But that is exactly, from beginning to end, you can use that as the basis of my Eve to Armageddon channel. The trees of knowledge, what he told them, you're going to die. Then in the end, what happens? Unless my coming is shortened, no flesh will be left alive. So you see, after the whole thing went through what it was, the Lord made good on his promise. And it also proves that Satan's a liar too, which we all know that. He's the father of lies. And I have proved it several times again and again. But take this journey with me. I'm going to download in the Jerry McFadden channel, the least one I got, MCFADDIN, Jerry McFadden. I'm going to leave the other channels alone because I don't want them taken down, guys. I don't want no strikes against them or something. I can't post anything on them anyway. And I'm going to download on my Eve to Armageddon channel. And we're going to build this channel up from the bottom up. I don't know how much success I'm going to have at it. I can't promise you anything, okay? But we're going to certainly try. And boy, can I take you on some journeys, folks. You're going to go on some journeys with me that you're just going to be awed. I promise you are. The Master has shown me so many great things that nobody will listen to, folks. And if you will just follow me, I can show you. Let me give you a good example. I'll give you a quick example before I go here. My family come from the Isles of Salip. I really believe I'm from the tribe of Judah, okay? Because genealogically, I'm an Atwood. Well, isn't it amazing, from the Isles of Salip to where they are excavating King Arthur's grave right now in Shropshire is only 2 miles away. Later on, I ended up finding out the Atwood name is actually Dubois in French, and Dubois was King Arthur's mother. Yeah, it's in Geoffrey Monmouth's The Kings of Great Britain, folks. Every bit of it is, which is accepted as a historical book. I can show you some things, folks. We're going to go on some journeys. I'm going to connect you some dots that you're just going to not even believe, and show you what some of this metaphorical prophecy means. And then when we drag it on toward the end, it's going to connect right in, and you're going to say, man, I can't believe, Jerry, that all that just fits the way that it does. But it does. But don't be like the rest of these people, man. There are a lot of people, guys, that just turn me off and they won't even hear me. And it's my whole family's that way. I actually had my whole family, or most of my family, tell me that when I told them I thought we were the lost tribes of Israel right here in the United States, and that meant the promises of Abraham was theirs, they actually told me that didn't mean anything to them. So we're in a sad time right now. We really are. But anyway, follow me on my journey, and thank you much. More to come shortly. I'm excited about it.